Hello, broadcast number 6. So today I was requested by a former student who attended one of my workshops. I have private groups for students to keep in touch with me at the end of workshops, and he was asking about a warm-up for for his handstand practice. So I decided to change a bit the content of today's session and to make it a bit more fitness oriented. Maybe just like me, you're starting to get a bit crazy with this confinement thing, and you need to work out a bit more than just work on technique, which we've been doing for the last few days. So today we're gonna be hitting it hard, a bit harder. How hard you want to hit it is gonna depend on you. I'm gonna suggest a circuit, 3 different drills, and you can do as many sets as you need to just relax and sweat a bit. The thing being, I want this to still feed into what we've been seeing together to nurture your flow work or handstand practice. So every drill we're going to be doing, although it's from a conditioning perspective, is going to serve us in terms of technique. It's not going to be technique oriented, but it's going to help us down the line to develop the strength and awareness and coordination that will help your sessions, which will be more technique based. So without further delay, this also leads me to say that you are more than welcome to ask, just like he did, just like the student did, you're more than welcome to ask me to cover a specific topic. This helps me know what you need and just organize the menu of our session. So feel free to comment, feel free to tell me what would help you in these very particular times. Today I've been thinking about maybe a way for us to work a bit more in depth, so maybe creating some form of task force, some form of special group for a more intense form of coaching. I'm gonna sit on this and really think about it hard this weekend, and I will let you know more about this on Monday. So without further delay, let's warm up gently into this. We're gonna start on all 4 like this, hands under the hands under the shoulders, sorry. And I just wanted you to go for big circles like this. The shoulders are kind of moving in circles around the hands. We can do that a couple of times and swap. Back to the center. I'm gonna go from one hand to the other, changing the angle. So where the fingers are pointing is gonna change every time. Trying to work around the crunchy bits. And I'm gonna bring my fingers towards my knees with the thumbs out. And I'm gonna sit here, my bum towards my heels. Trying to keep the heel of the hands flat, so the hands flat on the ground. This is just a nice warm-up if you're practicing handstands. From here, I'm gonna keep my bum towards my heels, and I'm gonna lift the palm of my hand up, and I'm gonna try to bend my elbows and extend them. And this one is quite spicy, so if you don't feel the spiciness of it, you're doing it wrong. From here, I'm gonna bring one hand with the fingers facing forward, the other is still facing my knees. And that's a torture drill I really enjoy doing, and I have my students here in Ireland do them every week or so. We're gonna bend both elbows, but I want my belly button to fit on the elbow of the arm whose hand is facing me. So this hand is facing forward, this hand is facing forward, this hand is facing towards my knees. I'm gonna impale myself, I'm gonna stab myself, as they say, with this elbow here. And come back up and swap, and here. Back up and swap, and here. This is quite heavy, so you may wanna go, maybe not as low as first. This is actually a very good prehab drill for QDRs and for many body weight strength oriented drills. Right. We're gonna go back on all 4 and we're gonna go for big circles here. So it's like an advanced variation of the cat-cow. You wanna relax the neck in the process and really wake up what's around your spine after this long day that I'm sure you had. We swap sides. This is the second time I'm doing this workout because I was doing it in French just before. So I'm gonna be ripped at the end of this. And we're gonna sit here, just warm up the neck. And swap sides. Obviously, if you need more time, just take the time to go for a few more repetitions, up and down. And shoulders forward, backwards, big movements. I like to do 10 of them pretty much. And one forward, one backwards, so this one might just hurt your brain. You are welcome. One goes forward, the other goes backward. Don't do this. And trying to follow along with your rib cage. Swap sides. And relax. Okay, 3 technical points for the 3 drills we're going to be doing today together as a circuit. I want us to start with QDR push-ups. So the heels are going to be up. I'm going to be standing in that kind of squat here with my fingers facing forward, slightly out. So with a slight external rotation of the shoulder, I'm going to bring my knees to one side, face that wall. So I'm facing the camera here with my knees and my face. The opposite elbow from that wall is going to be the one that stabs. As I stab, I want to bring my head down and my bum up. So knees towards the other side. This elbow is going to stab, head down, bum up. At first, it might be a bit awkward. If your elbow is slipping out of it, that is fine. You will still build the strength. It's not technically perfect, but don't worry too much about it. If it slips out, you're going to feel it bad, which is what I want, in a good way, okay? Once we have this, I want us to zoom on the hollow hold. So we're gonna lie down on our back and tilt the pelvis to feel the arch here in our lower back. We want to tilt the pelvis to bring the lower back down. We're gonna keep this lower back down, extend both legs up, bring both hands up, and lower the feet without arching. If you feel that you're arching, just stop a bit higher. And that's your position here. With the lower back lumbers on the ground, I'm going to bring both feet together, hands overhead, and hold this for 20 seconds. But if it's too easy, you can hold it for 30 seconds, 40 seconds, or 1 minute. So that's the second drill. And the third drill is going to be chest to the wall hold. So you need a door, sturdy door, or a wall. And I want to warn you, don't overdo this if you're new to handstands. If you're new to handstands, I want you to bring your hands as far away as possible from the wall for this to stay safe. You're not trying to get as close as possible to the wall at all. You're trying to build endurance here. So the closer the hands are to the wall, the more dodgy this becomes. Be secure, be safe in the way you practice. This is a conditioning routine, okay? We will have time to talk about the technique. You're not trying to lift yourself from the wall. You're not trying to float. You're not trying to achieve any balance. You're trying to hold yourself hands down, feet on the wall. So at first, if that's your first time, this is what I want to do and nothing more. Hands down, feet on the wall. That's all. You stay there. This is going to be hard enough if you're new. If you're not as new, not that new, you're going to bring your hands a bit closer together, feet together, and try to bring your chest towards that wall. And obviously, if you've done that before, you can go as close as possible, but you don't want to fall ever on the fridge behind you. And you're going to hold this for 20, 30, 40 seconds, depending on how advanced and how full of energy you are today. At the end of this, you want to curl your toes again and come back down gracefully without sliding down miserably. Okay, so these are our 3 drills for today. I'm gonna do it with you for 2 sets, but obviously if you have some energy left in your tank, you can go for more. We're gonna start here and go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here, we slide gracefully like we've learned on the floor. We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Stay alive. We, without stopping, go chest to the wall and we hold it for 20, 30 or 40 seconds. Don't fall. We're trying to keep our body as still as possible. If you feel that you're shaking already, come back down. Maybe 10 seconds is enough for today. I'm gonna curl the toes, come back down gracefully. And for the second set, you may want to rest or not in between sets. For the second set, I'm gonna show you a slightly more advanced variation, should you need a spicier menu. I'm gonna start from the horse stance here, instead of the squat, and do the exact same thing. 1, all the way up. 2, extend your elbows. 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Whoop! From here, instead of just holding it, I'm gonna be grabbing aggressively my legs 10 times and extending them back into the hollow position. So I'm just gonna take my mic off, try to lower the volume just for that bit, so that it stays bearable. And from that position here, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once we have this, we go on the wall. Instead of holding it, we're gonna go up and down from the starting position to the end position 3 to 5 times. One. 2. 3. Whew. Intense. Look, you're still with me and you haven't fainted just yet. Do it twice more and we'll talk about this. So again, I think that's really relevant because it's both more conditioning oriented, but it will serve us. It will serve our technical practice. Look, I hope you enjoyed it. I needed that. Something a bit more punchy and a bit less flowy for once. I will see you soon, hopefully tomorrow. And again, if you have questions, comments, or suggestions for the next videos, just let me know. I hope you're staying sane in your confinement and see you soon.